What happens when someone you've admired for decades sits down and tells the world something you never expected? The audience murmurs, leaning forward. Make sure to subscribe to the Echo Scoop and like and comment for more talk show coverage. The camera pans to the hosts, their expressions full of excitement. Joy leans forward in her chair. Tonight we have a very special guest. You know her, you love her. Please welcome Oprah Winfrey. The audience erupts in applause. Oprah Winfrey walks onto the stage with her signature calm confidence, smiling and waving as she takes her seat. Thank you, Oprah says warmly. Whoopi smiles. Oprah, everyone is buzzing about this interview. The anticipation in this studio is unbelievable. Oprah laughs softly. I hope I can live up to the hype. Sunny quickly jumps in. Oprah, we hear you have something very personal to share tonight. Something you've never said publicly before. Oprah pauses for a moment, choosing her words carefully. Yes. I've spoken about many parts of my life over the years, but there's something I've kept quiet about. Something that has shaped who I am. The audience leans in, the room suddenly quieter. Joy asks gently, is this about your childhood, your career, or something else? Oprah looks around at the panel. It's about choices I made, decisions that affected people close to me. For years, people saw me as someone who always had everything together. But the truth is, I made mistakes too. The audience murmurs with surprise. Whoopi raises an eyebrow. Wait, you're saying there are things you regret? Oprah nods slowly. Yes. There were moments when I prioritized my career over relationships. I pushed away people who cared about me. And looking back, I wish I had handled some of those moments differently. The studio grows quiet. Sunny leans forward. That's incredibly honest. But why talk about it now? Oprah takes a deep breath. Because honesty matters. For a long time I knew this truth privately, but saying it out loud is different. It's about accountability. Joy looks thoughtful. A lot of people see you as someone who represents success and perfection. Aren't you worried this might change how people see you? Oprah smiles calmly. Maybe it will. But I'd rather be real than perfect. The audience responds with soft applause. Sunny gestures toward the crowd. You can feel the energy in here. Everyone is listening closely. Can you share an example of what you mean? Oprah hesitates briefly. Early in my career, I distanced myself from someone I loved because I believed it was necessary for my ambition. At the time I thought it was the right decision. But the cost of that choice stayed with me. The audience reacts quietly, some nodding. Whoopi speaks gently. Have you been able to make things right with that person? Oprah's expression softens. I've tried. Relationships take time, honesty, and humility. I'm still learning how to repair what I can. Joy nods. This is a side of Oprah people rarely see, not just the success, but the vulnerability. Sunny adds, and that's exactly why this conversation matters. It reminds people that even someone as accomplished as Oprah has regrets and lessons. Oprah smiles. We're all learning. None of us are perfect. The audience applauds again, many clearly moved. Whoopi glances toward the camera. I'm telling you right now, people are going to be talking about this everywhere. Oprah chuckles softly. I hope they do. Not because it's about me, but because it encourages people to reflect on their own lives. Joy turns to the audience. You've just heard Oprah Winfrey share something deeply personal, and this conversation is only getting started. The studio buzzes with anticipation as the cameras zoom in on Oprah, the audience leaning forward, ready to hear what she reveals next. The audience settles again, buzzing with anticipation. Joy leans forward, lowering her voice as if sharing a secret with the viewers. Oprah, I have to ask. You said there's more. Can you tell us about a moment that really changed you? Something people might never expect. Oprah nods slowly, her hands resting lightly on her lap. There was a period early in my career when I was so focused on success, on building a brand, that I lost sight of what really mattered. I pushed people away, colleagues, friends, even family. And at the time, I thought I was doing the right thing. But looking back, I can see the cost. The personal connections I lost, the trust one damaged. That realization hit me hard. Sunny leans in, her tone both curious and slightly incredulous. Oprah, you're talking about real relationships here. People love you, they trust you, and yet you admit there were times you prioritized career over them. Oprah exhales softly. Yes. And that's what makes this so complicated. On one hand, my work touched millions. On the other, I hurt people I cared about deeply. I carry that with me every day. The audience murmurs, some gasps, some whispered acknowledgements. Whoopi interrupts, clearly torn between shock and admiration. Oprah, most of us would hide something like this. But you're saying it publicly. How do you cope with the guilt? How do you reconcile that? Oprah meets her gaze. I try to be accountable. I reach out. I apologize where I can. I make amends, even when it's hard. And I've learned to forgive myself too, not because what I did was right, but because holding on to shame doesn't help anyone. Joy shakes her head, half smiling, half somber. That's incredibly brave, Oprah. But let me push a little. How do people react when you tell them this? Do they understand? Or are they surprised? Oprah pauses, her voice calm but firm. They're surprised, yes. Some are disappointed. Some are relieved to see that even someone like me is human. And that's the point. We all make mistakes. Admitting them doesn't erase them, but it starts a conversation. The camera pans to the audience, capturing their reactions. A woman wiping tears, a man nodding slowly, a group of younger viewers whispering animatedly. The energy is electric. Sunny raises her eyebrows. Oprah, I have to ask, are there any specific regrets you want to share? Something that the public would really be shocked to hear. Oprah nods, the weight of her words heavy in the air. Yes. I regret moments where I prioritized ambition over empathy. Moments where I didn't listen as I should have. And yes, there are people I wish I had treated differently. People I should have been more patient with, more present for. Whoopi leans back, shaking her head in disbelief. Oprah, this is incredible. People at home are going to feel this. Not just because of the celebrity factor, but because it's real. It's raw. It's human. Joy interjects, almost whispering to the audience. And that's what makes this so powerful. The lessons, the honesty, the vulnerability. You rarely see this on live TV, especially at this level. Oprah's gaze sweeps across the room. I know I can't fix the past, but I can be honest about it. I can try to make better choices going forward. And maybe, just maybe, my honesty tonight will encourage others to reflect on their own lives. The audience responds with a mix of applause and quiet murmurs, some visibly moved. Sunny leans in, lowering her voice. Oprah, I think this is going to be one of those moments that people remember for years. People are watching, they're feeling this, and they're talking about it. Right now, online, I can guarantee social media is lighting up. Whoopi chuckles softly. Oh, you know it is. People are going to dissect every word. And honestly, Oprah, I think they're going to respect you even more for this. Oprah smiles faintly, a mix of relief and resolve. Thank you. That's all I hope for. Respect, yes, but also reflection. Honest reflection. The hosts glance at each other, the tension in the room still palpable. Joy leans in, signaling to Oprah to continue. Oprah, we need to hear more. You've set the stage, you've hooked everyone. But the full story, that's coming next, right? Oprah nods. Yes. The full story is complicated, but it's important. And I want to share it, all of it. The audience murmurs with excitement, leaning forward, sensing that the real revelations are just beginning. Cameras zoom in on Oprah's face, capturing her calm intensity. This is more than just a confession. It's the start of a conversation that will resonate far beyond the studio. The camera swings back to Oprah, her gaze steady, the studio buzzing with anticipation. Whoopi leans forward, her tone a mix of curiosity and disbelief. Oprah, you've been so honest so far, but let's get into it. Can you tell us about a moment that really tested you? A choice you made that even you weren't proud of? Oprah exhales slowly. There was a project early on, a big opportunity that everyone wanted me to take. And I did, but in doing so, I overlooked people who had supported me when no one else would. I didn't handle it the way I should have. I focused on the spotlight, the recognition, rather than the people who were there for me behind the scenes. The audience reacts immediately. Some gasp, some whisper to their neighbors, others lean forward in shock. Joy interrupts, clearly moved. Oprah, that's so human though. So many of us chase success and forget who stood by us. But did this hurt people deeply? Oprah nods, her tone somber. Yes. And it's something I've carried with me. Every success, every award, even the applause, it was tinged with the knowledge that I had let some people down. And acknowledging that publicly tonight, it's hard, but necessary. Sunny leans in, her voice rising slightly with emotion. Oprah, the audience is listening, they want to know. Were their personal relationships affected? Family? Friends? Oprah glances at each host, taking her time. Yes. Family. Friends. People I loved. And I've worked to repair some of those relationships, but not all. And that's part of the lesson. Sometimes, even when you try to make amends, the past can't be completely undone. Whoopi shakes her head, almost in disbelief. Oprah, wow. I don't think people realize how much weight that carries. You've always been this figure of guidance, of inspiration. But tonight, you're showing the cracks, the human side. That's powerful. Joy nods, her voice gentle but firm. It also shows accountability. People make mistakes. But the courage to admit them publicly? That's rare. Especially when you're someone in your position, Oprah. Oprah smiles faintly. Exactly. And I hope viewers at home see that honesty is not weakness. It's strength. Owning up to mistakes, acknowledging the pain you've caused, and striving to do better, that's what makes us human. Sunny presses further, leaning forward. Oprah, some people might think you're exposing yourself too much. That this could damage your image. What would you say to them? Oprah's eyes soften. I'd say this. Perfection is an illusion. And anyone who's lived, anyone who's loved, anyone who's tried to build something meaningful, has made mistakes. The real question is whether we learn, whether we grow, whether we face our truths, not hide them. The audience responds with applause, some murmuring words of agreement. A few stand, visibly moved by her candor. Cameras pan across the crowd, capturing the emotion. Whoopi leans back in her chair, shaking her head slightly. You know what's going to happen now, right? Clips of this moment are going viral. Tweets, threads, news articles. People are going to dissect every single word. And honestly, I think they'll respect you even more. Oprah nods, calm but resolute. I hope so. But more importantly, I hope this inspires conversations. Conversations about integrity, about reflection, about humanity. Joy glances at the camera, her voice excited. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're witnessing right now is raw, real, and unprecedented. Oprah Winfrey, live, admitting mistakes, reflecting on regrets, and still standing strong. And trust me, there's more. The truth is far deeper than even we expected. The audience leans forward, buzzing with energy, whispers of astonishment traveling through the rows. Sunny looks at Oprah with intensity. Oprah, are you ready for the final questions? The ones that will leave everyone at home talking. Oprah smiles faintly, almost knowingly. Yes. It's time for full honesty. No holding back. No filters. Let's do this. The studio falls into a tense silence. The hosts exchange glances, the audience leans forward, and the cameras zoom in on Oprah. This is the moment the viewers will remember. The climax of truth, the point where the conversation teeters between revelation and revelation. The studio falls silent for a moment, the weight of Oprah's words still hanging in the air. Then Joy leans forward, her tone serious but full of admiration. Oprah, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. You've been so open about your regrets, your mistakes, and your journey. But for our viewers at home, what's the one thing you want them to take away from this? Oprah takes a deep breath, her hands clasped lightly. I want people to see that honesty matters more than perfection. That we all stumble, we all falter, but acknowledging it, reflecting on it, and striving to be better, that's what truly defines us. And if my honesty tonight encourages even one person to face their own mistakes, it's worth it. The audience responds immediately with applause, some standing, some nodding with tears in their eyes. The energy is intense, a mix of respect, surprise, and inspiration. Whoopi leans in, smiling softly. Oprah, watching you do this live is incredible. People at home are witnessing something rare. You're humanizing yourself in front of millions, and it's powerful. Sunny glances around the room, excitement in her voice. And it's not just us saying it. Look at this crowd. People are reacting. Some are emotional, some are reflective. I've never seen anything like this in a studio audience. Joy nods. Exactly. And you can already feel it in the air. This is the kind of conversation that gets shared, dissected, and remembered. Social media is going to explode once this episode airs. Oprah smiles faintly. I know. And that's fine. It's not about the attention. It's about the message. We need to talk more openly about mistakes, about regret, and about growth. If my story sparks that, I've done my job. The camera pans to the audience. A young woman whispers to her friend, I didn't expect her to say that. It's real. Like, really real. A man in the back nods, murmuring, you can see the weight she's carrying. It makes you think about your own life. The murmurs grow louder, a ripple of reflection traveling through the studio. Whoopi laughs softly, shaking her head. And just wait until this hits Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. People are going to debate every word, every nuance. Clips are already being recorded. This is going viral, no doubt. Sunny smirks. Oh, absolutely. And honestly, it's going to start conversations that matter. People might even apologize to others, reach out, make amends. Oprah's honesty has a ripple effect. Joy leans back, her expression softening. And that's what's so amazing about tonight. It's not just about Oprah's confession. It's about showing everyone, viewers, fans, even ourselves, that acknowledging mistakes is courageous. That humility is strength. Oprah nods. Yes. And I hope it encourages dialogue. Not just about me but about all of us. About our choices, our priorities, our relationships. We all have a responsibility to ourselves and to others. The audience rises in a standing ovation, applause echoing through the studio. Some are clapping, some wiping tears, others whispering words of appreciation to those around them. Cameras capture every reaction, every stunned face, every nod of agreement. Whoopi leans in, smiling warmly. Oprah, I think we all feel it. The gravity of tonight, the honesty, the emotion. This is going to be remembered as one of the most authentic moments in talk show history. Sunny adds, her voice reflective, and people at home, just wait. Social media is already buzzing. Threads are forming. Tweets are being posted. Clips are being shared. People are dissecting every word, every glance. And they're going to be inspired, challenged, and moved, all at once. Joy glances at Oprah with admiration. Oprah, before we wrap, any final words for our viewers? Oprah smiles softly, her voice calm but resonant. Yes. Remember this. Mistakes don't define us. How we respond, how we acknowledge them, and how we grow, that's what matters. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with those you love. And don't be afraid to show your humanity. That's where real strength lies. The audience responds with thunderous applause. Some are on their feet, clapping and cheering. Others are visibly emotional, nodding along, whispering to their neighbors about the lessons they're taking away. Cameras pan across faces lit with reflection, gratitude, and inspiration. Joy looks at the camera, her tone excited and sincere. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed something extraordinary. Oprah Winfrey, live on stage, sharing a level of honesty and vulnerability that few ever dare to show. And the impact? It's just beginning. Whoopi grins. And for everyone watching at home, don't forget, your conversations, your reflections, your actions matter too. Take a moment, think about your own life, and maybe reach out to someone you've hurt or someone who's hurt you. That's what tonight's all about. Sunny adds quickly, and remember viewers, the discussion isn't over when the show ends. Social media is lighting up right now. People are debating, sharing, reflecting. Join that conversation, because this moment is bigger than the studio walls. Oprah leans back, the tension easing, a small but knowing smile on her face. Thank you. And to everyone watching, don't be afraid to face your truths. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The audience erupts again, the applause swelling, some still standing, some cheering, some quietly moved. The camera zooms in on Oprah one last time, capturing her serene yet powerful presence. Joy turns to the viewers with a smile. And that's our show, folks. Remember to share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the Echo Scoop for more real talk show stories. We'll see you next time for more moments that will make you laugh, cry, and reflect. Good night. The studio lights dim slightly as the camera pans over the audience, still buzzing, still discussing, still reflecting. Social media notifications already begin to flood phones, clips circulating with captions like, Oprah Winfrey shocks everyone with her honest confession, must watch. The show ends, but the conversation has only just begun.